Hello everyone, it's Allie from Titan and welcome back to our channel. I am here with our first personal break of the day to have a box here of the Final Fantasy trading card game Opus 3 full booster box here for Jonathan H. from Texas. So thank you so much, Jonathan. Andon, for those of you who may be more familiar with the name, but we do have another Final Fantasy box here for Andon. Did open up in Tifa Cosplay, that Opus 4 booster box. I'm going to go ahead and link that right up there last week, and we're back again with, this time, the Sephiroth box. So let's go ahead and get on into it. I remember opening up some Opus 3 boxes for the shop when this product first came out, but it's definitely been such a long time, and actually the last one I'd opened was in celebration of the first installment of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, again, also in Tifa Cosplay back sometime last year. And it's crazy, actually. I'm running into some things that I didn't even realize. Actually, on my personal channel, link in the description for those of you who care, yesterday I did do a Wooper PSA 10 collection update, which actually Stephen Olivo, one of our Black Label fans here, had pointed out to me. Apparently, on March 2nd last year was when I had done that initial video here on the channel. So exactly 1 year later, I did that Wooper video. So that was crazy to learn. I actually wonder how long ago that Tifa Opus 3 opening was. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get on into this box by snapping us into the corner. I'm like, what am I doing? Allie, these boxes take long enough. You can talk while you open. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. I'm excited to check out these cards. I remember when the set first came out, I was like, I need the Sephiroth card. Unfortunately, never got it for my collection. Maybe we'll pull one here for Andon, maybe a nice foil. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on into it. This was the last Opus 3 box that we had in stock. We have like one Opus 2, and I think maybe 2 more Opus 4s left in stock. At some point, a couple months ago, we had a couple bucks of Opus 1 that we had thrown on TCG Player because they were like almost 200 bucks a piece. Those did sell, but at the moment, we have, oh yeah, they're pull tab packs. We do have 2 Opus 4 and Opus 2, and we have Opus 13 and 14 on order because you guys did request us to carry more Final Fantasy, so we are sticking our toe back in the pool, so to speak. Alright, there's our commons. We have a foil rare Amaranth from Final Fantasy IX. So the rares are like uncommons if you're familiar with like Magic or Pokemon. And then the actual rares are called heroes. We have a Hero Kefka. And then if you want like a mythic equivalent, that's where you get your legendaries. Alright, so I'm going to have our commons, rares, heroes, and then any legendary cards we get and the foil counterparts underneath. And here we go. Let's get on into this next pack. I just love Final Fantasy cards. I know I was mentioning in that video last week that I attempted to learn how to play the game. Never quite succeeded with that, but I just love these cards because I know I recognize these characters, you know, grown up with playing some of these games. Chaos Walker of the Wheel EX. Just really cool just from like a collectible standpoint to like try and make little sets and different, like I collect different style of characters with like different things in the background. I've kind of dropped off on that collection once we stopped carrying it here because, you know, it wasn't as easy for me to find the cards I was looking for, so I just stopped looking for them. But I absolutely enjoy opening up these cards. I was collecting a set like this, you know, the Semblance cards from Dissidia 12, Duodecim, because I've actually played that game. I do have, look at them. So I was collecting like this. I was collecting them in foil. I was collecting other kind of cards. And it's just, I love seeing these cards. Very fun time every time I open them on up. We have a black Chocobo foil. I don't know, I just love Final Fantasy cards. I'm very glad that we've managed to convince Bossman to start carrying it once more. Because also, I just love the way the foils look. They're just really visually appealing cards, in my opinion. I love them. We'll also have the Opus 13 pre-release kits. I do believe those come out in a couple weeks. So if you want to see more Final Fantasy openings on the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I was collecting also this style with the Tetsuya Nomura art. And we have the Dissidia again. So I was collecting mainly a Dissidia set. We have Lightning EX. But I was looking on TCG Player. It seems like there's different kinds of like full arts and things like that. And I'm like, ooh. I don't know if I want to jump straight on into like collecting Final Fantasy once again. But I am heavily considering it. Hero Foil Sildra. I like how it's a mix of the different arts as well. Like you have Nomura art, you have Amano art, you have like game rendering sometimes. I just love it. So thank you so much, Andon, for letting me open up these boxes for you. I know Andon's eyeballing that Opus 2 box as well. When we have foil wise, we have a foil VVEX. Awesome, I love VV. Ooh, there's Sephiroth is a rare. He's only a rare. Maybe we'll find his foil in this box. And a Kelger hero. No legendaries just quite yet. We had a ridiculous amount in that other box. I think we had like a total of 11. Can you imagine opening up a magic box that had like 11 mythics in it? Like, it was absolutely insane. Look at Moogle. We have a 9 foil from Type 0. And a Bartz here from, of course, Final Fantasy V. That is our first legendary of the box. Or legend. I'm actually not 100% certain. Is it legend, maybe? I don't want to be saying it wrong. Legend. Okay. This is premium. I don't know that I've seen a premium before. Back of the box is legend. So I was saying legendary, but it's actually the official rarity label is just legend. Zana, Type 0, common foil. Ooh, I have this, actually I have this Kuja legend. I remember I wanted to get in foil, but we never ended up opening one here. So that'd be a cool pull just for throwback's sake. But I do own that common, well, not common, but non-foil Kuja. And actually, inspired by that opening from last week, I did actually dig out my binder. I have actually a smaller collection than I thought I did. I'm sure I was actually probably just buckling at the price of these cards upon release. A lot of these cards used to be quite expensive. Ooh, I have this Zack as well. Some gorgeous cards here. Crisis Core. I remember considering buying a lot of these cards, and then I was like, I thought I had bought them, but apparently I did not, because they would be in my binder. Atomos foil here, rare. We have a Phoenix Hero. So 3 legends already. Pretty early on in the box. Wonder if we'll have another nutty box here for Andon. Oracle foil. Angeal, gorgeous card. I mean, Angeal's just gorgeous. It makes sense. This might sound weird to you guys, but like I typically don't. I'm not like crazy. Like anytime I see like super like buff dudes with like bodybuilders and whatnot, I'm like, ew. To me, it's kind of unappealing. Like honestly, when I look at it, my first reaction is like, I think that looks kind of gross. Hey, Bart's legend foil. So actually, Angeal playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core back in the day on my PSP was actually the first like buff character that I thought was handsome. Usually I'm like, nah. Like too many muscles to me is like, ugh. But that was actually the first character that I was like, oh, you know, maybe muscles aren't bad. And this was like already when I was like in my later teens. So like actually a couple years ago, but not as long as you may think it was. So it's not just like, oh, Allie, you're just going through puberty. Like, no, I was like not, I was like set on like no muscle. We have, look at that. That is a starter deck foil here, Moogle Class 0. This is S. I remember they did this, and I thought it was weird the first time I saw it. But there's cards that are in the different like starter decks. There was a Type 0 themed starter deck that didn't have foils in it, but occasionally you could pull the foil from a whatever corresponding release booster. So then that Type 0 starter deck came out around the same time as the Opus 3 booster boxes. So that's going in its own little pile, little 3150S for a starter deck. So that's cool. Love Moogles, love Moogle foils. Moogles are so cute. I also love Tonberries. They look like little angry Jawas. Hey, look, I was talking about this. We have Kuja foil. Nice. Never actually gotten far enough in my Final Fantasy IX playthrough to even run into Kuja, but he's got a great outfit. I should do Kuja cosplay. That'd be fun. Let me know in the comments you want to see Allie Kuja cosplay. Ursula foil. There's that Sephiroth card again, taunting me, non-foil. Zangetsu. Thought we were opening Final Fantasy cards, not Bleach cards. Foil Angeal Penance. Rip. Also King Tycoon EX Hero. So we actually have 3 regular legends and 2 foil legends. Freya foil, common. Ultima, the High Seraph, is another legend, so we now have 4 non-foils, 2 foils. So up to 6 legend count here out of this box of Opus 3. Summoner foil. X-Death, legend. Alright, up to 7. Why am I only pulling... It feels like I'm only pulling legends. Like, again, I thought it was very odd we pulled so many. I thought it was like, maybe Lucky Tifa outfit. But maybe I just have good hands for Final Fantasy. Maybe I just have good hands. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta trust in the alley hands. And you are rewarded. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like, I wish I could only open good boxes. That's not how opening boxes work. But when it happens and I have a good streak, oh, you know, I'm loving life when that happens. Always a great time to just open a box. Boom, good card. Open another box. Be like, man, that was a good box directly prior. I'm a little nervous. You know, I don't want to open up someone like a busted box. You know, right after we just opened up the person prior, a like super nutty box, which I may or may not have filmed the next 2 personal breaks in advance because they were very quick. While I was waiting for that Plates and Patches video to export. So maybe I'm talking about something that happened. Stay tuned for those upcoming Star Wars Signature Series openings tonight. I did open, I already recorded the first 2. So like first box, I was like, wow, really nice. And then the second box, I was like a little nervous. I'm like, I don't want to have opened just up this crazy card for, you know, the person prior and then open up a box that's like, eh. But like, you know what? It was really good too. I was like, yeah, this is great. I love it when this happens. Because I always love, you know, and when I say at the end of the video, I hope that you love the opening and then, you know, love all these new additions to your collection. Like, I actually mean it. Like, I really want you guys to love when I open up you a box and, like, I want you to love the cards. Be like, man, I like that card. That looks cool. Thank you so much. Like, that's what I want. I want you guys to be happy. You know, even maybe if it's not a super value box, maybe it's a character you really like. Maybe it's, you know, like here, maybe it's a Final Fantasy character you really like. Or maybe it's your favorite team if it's like a baseball box, you know. Obviously, every single box you're not going to open up an Alec Bomb Rookie Auto Superfractor. Like, you know. But that doesn't mean you couldn't have enjoyed it. Like, I want you guys to like the openings. Like, I'm serious. I mean it. I feel like that's one of my good qualities, but also it's a little bit something I gotta work on. It's because obviously, if you guys don't like the box, that's not my fault. You know, sometimes it just happens that way, but I feel bad, you know. But I like being very genuine. And I think that comes through to you guys. That I mean what I say. I'm not just, you know, why are these comments escaping? Because I put them on an angle because I'm dumb. You know, I want you guys to actually thoroughly enjoy the videos. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on a product, whether it's good or not. Like, Boss Man's going to sell this stuff in store or online regardless. Like, you know, I want you guys to know what I truly think when I open up a product. Like Artifact Hockey. I remember actually during a live stream, someone got, like, you know, they had been argumentative for a couple weeks. And I eventually just gave them the boot because I'm like, ooh, look at that Legend Foil Vivi. Oh, man, that's so dope, dude. I love it. I have a very, very large affinity for Final Fantasy IX for someone that's only played like 2 hours of it. That's something I need to do at some point. I need to finish it. I got in a part where I locked myself in, like I saved at a point that I didn't have very much health, and I literally just can't get past the cave without dying. So I literally have to start my game over. But anyway, someone was saying that these boxes are bad because you have negative energy, and it's like, that's not how this works. But this was in reference to Artifacts Hockey, which I thought it was a product looked gorgeous. I do still love it. And I was saying how I'm just frustrated because the product looks so nice, but half the boxes are loaded and half the boxes have nothing. Like, that's just, I wouldn't recommend you buy it. You know, if you want to, knowing that it could happen that you have a box that doesn't have hits in it, if you want to take that risk with your money, that's on you. But at least I'm going to let you know that's a possibility now that I know that that's something that can happen. And it's like, I'm not going to lie to you guys, say, oh, it's perfect, there's no problems, you should definitely buy it. Like, no, like, you guys need to know if I think there's something wrong with the product. Like, I still think Artifacts is a gorgeous set. I did pilfer a lot of base cards for myself. When I open up a really nice patch, like, I know people are like, patches, you know, not too many people collect relics. I like relics. I just think the idea of a relic is cool. Like, the person wore it and they stuck it in a card. Like, yeah, usually they're not typically super valuable. Maybe if it's like super low numbered patch. But like, anytime I open one and I just like them, like, I think this is really cool. Like, that's my opinion. I collect those kinds of cards. especially hockey patches. They're so cool. I love it. I love it. So anytime I'd see a really nice card that I like, it's like, yeah, that's awesome. The set has potential to yield some really, really cool cards. But if you're opening up a box and you don't get what you're guaranteed per box and you got to go harass Upper Deck, say, yo, where's my hits? Might not be like the world's best product, like even if it looks nice. And I'm going to give you guys that info. Like, I like the plates and patches boxes. Well, just the one box I opened up earlier. That was the video prior to this one. And we have a Hero Foil Ferris. I remember this was the hot card when the set came out. At least locally. Did used to have actually a lot of people that played Final Fantasy locally. Not at the shop. Because, like, the physical shop is very small. Like, we hold Magic, but, like, there's, you know, we don't, it's half, you know, because it's half trading cards, half sports, as you can infer by the channel. Which those groups don't tend to mingle very well. Especially, like, we used to have Yu-Gi-Oh! Events back in the day, and Bossman completely cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Out. Because the crowd that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Pinellas County area is typically very rowdy. And, you know, we don't mind when Magic people are rowdy, because we'd have Modern Mondays. So Monday night, the rest of the shop's closed. If someone calls, be like, technically we're open, but don't bring kids, because it can get kind of, you know, people saying different things. Nothing, like, horrible, but things are said that aren't necessarily ad-friendly, you know. Monetizable on YouTube. Certain words that might start with F. You know, so, like, but if someone walks in, they're just with their kid and they're looking to buy some packs opening day, and you hear a bunch of, like, neckbeards in the back that's not even the back, like 20 feet away from you, saying a bunch of crude stuff, you know, it's So we don't have open play. I mean, we don't have open play or any kind of play right now at the shop, but... And I don't mean neckbeards in an offensive way, like that was actually the crowd. And I was a person that played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I actually stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the crowd, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way they acted, and, like, you know, I didn't like the things they said, and I just, you know, they were your stereotypical crowd of people that play trading card games. So we had completely cut out Yu-Gi-Oh! At that point, which we carry it now again because you guys really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings, and, you know, a lot of you do enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Personal breaks. And actually, I was talking with Bossman that maybe, because actually the only shop in the area that was a Konami tournament store closed, like, almost 2 years ago. They're still on the OTS Finder on the Konami website, but they don't exist. So I was like, maybe we should have, like, a specific day, you know, guidelines for, you know, presenting yourself and behaving yourself, and then we can get those cool Lost Art promos. That might be a cool thing, you know, bring people here. Hey, look, I talked through the whole box. Nice. We're floating around that idea. I know Bossman was thinking maybe also, because Flesh and Blood's getting popular, and, you know, if you're in a tournament store, you get the different promos to hand out to people, and that would, you know, get people in that might not know. Because oddly enough, there's still a lot of people that might find us on YouTube. It's happened a couple times. Be like, I live down the street, and I didn't know you guys are here. You guys knew? It's like, no, we've been here for like 6 years. So, something online advertising presence is not very good for us, but you know what? I'm here and I'm trying my best. Did get that Genesis Legend there. Now we have this big old stack of rare foils that does not include a Sephiroth, and only 2 packs remain here for Andon, so let's see what we'll find. Let's see what we will find here. Of course, I see something nice and shiny because every pack does have a foil. It's a foil Ramza Legend. Very nice. I remember one of the Ramzas. I don't remember if it was an Opus 4 Ramza or maybe an Opus 2, but not that one. I remember the different image for it. Why did I just stack those up in my hand? But that was also, the other Ramza was a very hot card. Maybe Ramza EX. It's so weird saying, like, I remember this being a hot card when this stuff, like, was like 10 expansions ago. And probably not even, like, playable. But I'm just in alley boomer moment. I don't know. We have Cannoneer Common Foil. And let's see, what is our last card? We have another Ramza. So we did actually load up on Legends once again here in this box. Yeet the pretty Sephiroth box out of the way. Straighten up these piles, and then we're going to get on into our recap. Did also get that one starter deck foil, the Moogle from the Class 0 set. I love the 3D Moogle renderings. They're so cute. But how many non-foil legends did we get? We got another big old stack here. Bartz, Kuja, Zack, Ultima, the High Seraph, X-Death, Genesis, and Ramza. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Look, we tied that Opus 4 box. We also had a Bartz foil, Kuja foil, Vivi, and Ramza. 3 legend foils. So a total of 11 legends here. We had 4 hero foils, Sildra, Zeromus, Ferris, and White Tiger Lassie Nimbus. And these are pretty much even sized. I think there might actually be a couple more rare foils than commons, which is, I feel, kind of uncommon. That's odd. We also did have that really cool Moogle Class 0 foil. I especially love the way this card looks because A, Moogles are awesome, B, green is my favorite color. So I am extra partial to that card. But I'd probably say my favorite pulls are one of these two here, the Kuja and the Vivi. Vivi is adorable. I love Vivi. Again, I have a weird affinity with Final Fantasy IX for having never finished the game. Or playing, literally even finishing the first part. First disc! Like, I need to do it. I have so much on my to-do list for, like, fun stuff. And it's like, nah, why have fun when you could just work more? Am I right? But anyways. Let's wrap up my mess here. Thank you so much, Andon, for letting me open up another box here of Final Fantasy here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Based on our conversations we were having. Which I'm going to do a hot take right now. Orochimaru's theme from Naruto is a remix of Dancing Mad. I said it's not 100%, but like if you listen to like the first 40 seconds of Dancing Mad and you listen to like the whole repeated like 3.5 minute theme of Orochimaru, I'm just saying I'm on to something here. But we were talking about Naruto, so I was listening to Orochimaru's soundtrack and I was like, bruh. That's why I dug out my Final Fantasy VI mat. Also thematically relevant, we're opening up Final Fantasy. But I really hope you enjoyed this box opening here and love these new additions to your collection. I know you're just kind of looking for foils to complete your set, so I hope I was able to get you some stuff you're looking for, and like I said, that you enjoyed this opening. Now, all of you guys out there watching as well, I really hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, before you head on out of here, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Comments for me, leave those down below. And of course, if you're not yet part of our Titan Cards family, we'll be having more Final Fantasy openings here on the channel very, very soon. Also, a bunch of other trading card games, including the new Card Fight Vanguard Bang Dream set that comes out on Friday. Actually, before I started working at the shop, Bossman had carried a little bit of Card Fight Vanguard, and it kind of, there was like 2 people that bought it, and they just kind of got disinterested in it, so we stepped away. But we are here with our new Card Fight Vanguard, so that should be exciting on Friday, checking out those Bang Dream cards. And they are also smaller. They're like Yu-Gi-Oh size, but with rounded corners instead of square corners. Never opened up or even really looked at more than like 2 Vanguard cards at a time, so that'll be interesting. But all kinds of TCG stuff here as well, sports and non-sports cards. So if any of that tickles your fancy, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not yet already part of the Titan Cards team. But that'll do it for me here on this opening. Before I head out for sure, do have to give a big shout out to all of our channel members. Thank you so much, you guys, for going above and beyond with your support of the channel. Really, truly do appreciate it. Do have 5 Black Label fans, and in Bounty Hunter Breaks, Epicenter Gaming, Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Ply. And we also do have 7 Gemmet fans, Anthony Basileo, Devon, Dusty Archuleta, Geriatric Geek, Jake Rhino C, Joe Howe, and Michael C. Thank you so much to all of our channel members for your guys' continuous above and beyond support. Like I said, Bossman and I really truly do appreciate it. And all members do have their names shown on screen at the end of every video. But that'll do it for me here. Like I said, we do have some really nice Star Wars Signature Series openings coming up next. Make sure to stay tuned for those. Those should actually get published pretty quickly. After this video is live, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled for those, and I'll be here with, like I said, total of 3 videos after this one, but that'll do it for today. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!